For my birthday, I made a post on Instagram telling the world that there really isn't anything that I want for my birthday. Not at all. I don't need anything, I don't want anything. And I said in the same post that I wanted to find somebody out there who I could give money to. In fact, I wanted to give $10,000. That's what this is. It looks a lot less in real life than what it really is. I made the post and I had thousands and thousands and thousands of messages, a lot of which telling me that they needed the money. And it took me about 48 hours actually of message after message after message. And finally, we found somebody. And of course, I know there's thousands and thousands of people out there who deserve help, but I'm only one person, and I get to pick and choose with who I want to help. And so we found somebody. I'm gonna take you guys with me today to deliver this money. One of the things I believe currently, and have actually my entire life, is if I seek to be successful, I must first seek to be a tool in God's hand to give back to people who need. So that's what I do. And if you followed me for a really long time, most likely you've seen me give as much as I possibly can. And as I become more successful in my life, you're going to see me give more and more and more and more. Because the truth is I do have everything I've ever wanted and everything I need. And the next step in my life is to help more people. And I'm going to do that. Today's episode is going to be me taking $10,000 and actually giving it to somebody in need. You won't know their name. She's probably not even going to know that we're filming because I don't want her to feel embarrassed. But I do want to show the world what it means to be truly successful. And that's when you make enough money to help other people. I already started this out by telling you kind of what my plan was, that essentially for my birthday, I wanted to find somebody to give money to. Now, most of you, if you follow me, you know my really good friend, Dan. The reason I'm going to have Dan in on this is because he's actually one of the originators of giving back to people. In fact, we do a $1,000 tip dinner tonight, which we're going to be doing tonight, yeah. Surprisingly enough. But before we go to the $1,000 tip dinner, I told you guys you're going to watch Dan and I go to this lady's house and actually give her the $10,000. Dan's going to be doing it with me. And again, one of the reasons is because he really is one of the godfathers, one of the people that I looked to when I first started doing this, that said, it's time for us to give back. He's one of those people who lives by the code that I said earlier. Because I have been given much, I too must give. So we're going to go. And again, we're not going to tell you who this is. We'll probably blur her face, but we will show you somehow. I don't know how we're going to film it, but we'll show you somehow that we're giving her the money and have you guys kind of along for this whole YouTube episode.
Hi, my name is Ben. This is my wife, Shannon. A couple Sundays ago, I was riding my scooters with my son as I was coming back from where we had gone, and I saw this woman walking. She wasn't walking for exercise. She was walking in a state of contemplation. It just looked out of place. As I drove past her, I just had this ongoing feeling that something there was wrong. As I saw her, she was still in this, what seemed to be a desperate place. And she's walking over and over past. It's 9 o'clock at night. It's dark outside, and there's no reason she should be there. I just pulled up right next to her and I said, "Man, are you okay?" And she was crying and she was folding her arms and her head was down and she was again in a desperate state. And I said, "What's wrong? And why are you here? This is not safe. It's dark, we've got all these cars driving by." She told me that she was a single mom from Honduras. She'd been here for a couple of years. She was staying in a women's shelter and that she had lost her job. She had lost her job a week ago and had no other form of income. She had also been living at a women's shelter, and the women's shelter had given her 2 years to figure something out, and her 2 years was up. She had another week or two before she had to leave that apartment, and at home she had a 14-year-old, a 10-year-old, and a 7-year-old. So you have a single mom with 3 kids just doing her best to survive. I said, "Can I give you some money?" She said, "I don't want money. I just need a job. I just need to take care of my family." And that resonated with me. I just felt for her. And so we talked a little bit more. I got her onto my scooter. I drove her back to her car. She wasn't in a good place. We talked a little more, and I said to her, "You've got these 3 kids at home that need you more than anything, and this is the best place to be." Her English is good, but it's not great, and I thought maybe I can help her out in some way, shape, or form. And so the next morning I called the place. She was able to get an extra month under her contract. They gave her some breathing room to just try and find a solution. And fast forward a little bit, she was able to find a job not a great job, I think, but a good job. And she was also able to find a place to live. It was a sad set of circumstances for a woman who just needed a break.
And so I had sent them a message to tell them about this woman, and I shared it with them. And from being a single woman for a period of time myself, I couldn't get her out of my mind. And I thought there's just no way. I mean, he has so many messages. Who was he going to choose, you know? They chose her. And as we're so grateful. Tonight, right now, we're gonna go surprise her. We told her we have a small gift and that we're bringing some friends. She doesn't have any idea. We've been excited ever since they chose her. This will give her purpose. And when he texts her and checks on her, she says, this text gives me a reason to stay alive for my children. We're so excited. Stay tuned. We're gonna head to her house and we can't wait to present it to her.
Roger, you're gonna be out front, buddy.
Yeah.
Whatever you gotta do.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Good, yeah.
I'm Dan, right?
Yeah.
How you doing? Come here.
Todos somos amigos y tuvimos la historia aquí. Se llama la mamá, tiene 3 hijos y él y nosotros nos juntamos para dar algo especial, para decirte, todo mundo tiene nuestra familia y es una vida que es duro, pero nunca lo debe ser solo. So, él tiene un regalo para ti. Yeah. Para llevarte ahí está $10,000.
¿En serio?
Es serio.
Oh my God. Ay, gracias. Oh my goodness. Digan gracias. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Will you remind her that she's loved? She's loved.
La cosa más importante que ellos, afuera del dinero, es que es algo de amor. Cada resto tiene, y nosotros tenemos familia, y es algo para saber que no es sola y es algo de amor. No es algo de saber, no necesitamos nada de ti, y es más de un regalo y ayudar a ustedes.
Gracias.
¿Tú me dices inglés?
Sí, para mí él es como un ángel.
You were an angel.
En mi teléfono lo tengo el ángel.
You're saved under angel.
Es muy difícil, pero
It's very hard, but she has her kids.
ellos son mi fuerza.
That's her strength.
Dios mío, y no, para mí todos ustedes son unos ángeles.
God answered
Gracias.
with you guys.
Estoy intentándolo, él lo sabe.
And she said her biggest is her intent. She's not trying to take stuff from
Yo
you.
no
She's
lo
trying to
puedo
work.
creer.
She's in this.
Gracias.
Thank you.
También ellos se lo van a agradecer mucho. Muchas gracias, son unos ángeles.
Thank you
No
so
es
much. You
fácil,
guys are
pero
angels. It's
estoy
not easy,
luchando.
but she's fighting every day.
Y con ángeles como ustedes, Dios
Angels
mío.
like you guys, she makes her day a lot easier.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you so much.
Gracias. Que Dios les bendiga y se los multiplique.
But may God bless each of you and it multiplies in your life as well. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Well,
We'll get out of here,
That's it. Vamos a salir ahora y solo.
Gracias.
Well, that was it. We were able to go into this young lady's house, give her $10,000, which was absolutely the most rewarding thing I've done, I don't know, all week. The cool thing about this and why I do it is not to show you guys that, oh, look at me, but rather to inspire you, because if I can inspire people to do those kinds of things, then I can inspire people to change the world. The whole purpose of this episode and giving back to people is to inspire. All you'll know is that we at some point met somebody and gave her $10,000. You've heard the story and it's a beautiful story. The fact is I'm going to continue to do this, and I'm going to continue to record it and show it and put it on Instagram and put it on YouTube, because I want to inspire more people to do this. Our world is filled with enough sadness. If you do stuff like this, it brings happiness. Genuinely, it brings happiness. For those of you who are watching, hopefully you enjoyed. Now, here's the thing. We're not done giving. To finish off the night, we're actually going to go to a restaurant called Monarca, actually one of my favorite restaurants in Salt Lake, so I am going to give them a shout out. We do what's called a $1,000 tip dinner. And we do it all because of this man right here. Come here. Right there. His name's Dan Fleyshman. And he is one of the godfathers to this idea that we get together our friends who are very blessed and we bring them all to dinner to give a $1,000 tip to somebody in need, whoever the waitress or waiter is. Now, it's not a $1,000 tip, it's $1,000 from every single person. If you followed me, you know that we do this. In fact, we did one, I think it was a month or two ago, and we gave a young man $35,000. Tonight, we're about to see, we invited quite a few of our friends. Dan called up everybody he knew and said, hey, we got a $1,000 tip dinner. We're about to go in, and we're gonna go enjoy the food because it's delicious, and then we're gonna bless some lives. So follow us.
All right, so we're here for our $1,000 tipping dinner. We've done this like 15 or 20 times now. It started spreading all over the country. People are either chipping in $100 each or $1,000 each. Tonight's $1,000 each. We raised $10,000 for the staff. I asked Michael, where should we go? He said Monarca.
Monarca, the place right in the heart of Salt Lake City, and owned and operated by the most wonderful husband and wife and family team, Chef Alfonso and Claudia.
So we're about to surprise them. The muscle's gonna hand them the cash. Tell them what's going to happen.
We're gonna give them $10,000 and tell them, hey, this is for you. We love doing this. We love giving back. And I think it's more than 15 or 20 times.
Yeah.
We've done this a lot.
I was gonna say,
come with us and come see their reactions.
Much love.
So for the last 2 years, we throw this special dinner where we get all of our friends together. We put together like an extra bonus tip for the staffs because you guys work so hard. And so this is our 15th or 20th time throwing the special tipping dinner. And so we collected for you.
We collected $10,000.
Look, wait. That's from me. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you.
Now I know it. Now.
Well, bro. Oh my gosh.
Monarca, not Bandit. Monarca. Because you're making me cry in front of everyone.
Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
You make my team really happy. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
My kids are saying crying. I'm saying my kids are saying a better cigar. Let's see.
Thank you guys so much. Beyond words. It's crazy. I'm literally out of words.
I know there's another limit. Let's just have to do it. Yeah, it's all about happening.
It's amazing.
You can know imagine African in your business.
We never.
I mean, at least I have tissues for it. I'm here.
Yeah, it's my favorite place.
Oh, he asked me to adopt him.
Thank you.
One day.
Hey guys, just want to say thank you very much for choosing Monarca. We are so grateful for having you. This is your home. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We appreciate it. Oh my God, thank you so much.